I'm Samantha Sweetwater, otherwise known as Santosha Storm, and this has been Dancing Freedom, and so we just created an incredibly powerful moment of opportunity to really reclaim our wholeness and connect with each other and connect with the earth, and with our original instructions to care for, tend, and steward this exquisite place in which we live. I'm so blessed and honored to be someone who has something to offer to the evolution of consciousness, and so I'm a culture coder, and one of the codes I bring through is full embodiment, and it's always a delight to bring dancing freedom to the playa and beyond. Thank you.
How do you design a set? What do you try to do?
I listen. It's funny. Some people make playlists before they come to the playa, and it's totally useless. It's totally irrelevant. So, I listen to the archetypal moment, really, like what's emergent in consciousness, and then I also listen. I work with lyrics a lot in my sets. I do sometimes do sets with no lyrics, but often I find here, like, the nuance of what the artists I'm working with are bringing through in terms of the integration of sonic, beyond verbal, embodied experience of the movement, of the music, and their words, which is a very precise way to repattern our brains. So, like, at that intersection between sonic tonalities, which can open all kinds of things up, but they don't always replace it with clear information. And so when I'm working with music, I'm often working with artists who are bringing through true harmonics. And so, and then that also surfs archetypes, like, are we going to go, back home, down to earth? Are we going to work with, like, remixes of your old favorites? Are we going to play, like, today I did a playlist that was, like, kind of a best hits of some of the best dance tunes that have come out in the last 10 years.
What were some of them?
God, in this moment, like, I can't even think of the names. One person I'm really working with tightly is Deadova, the bone dance, that she's become a really dear sister. I spent a big chunk of the morning with her family, and so yeah, when I'm putting together playlists, I'm also putting it together in respect for a collective listening process, because there's a lot of us really listening, like really tuning to the evolutionary principle. And so in a way, it's like I'm collaborating with the collective field of who might show up on the dance floor, and then who does, and what mysteries show up on the dance floor, and what snafus show up on the dance floor. And I'm collaborating with, all my fellow artists and culture creators and culture coders to see what wants to come out. And sometimes I have almost no idea until I'm sitting there. Like, I used to put playlists together in advance, and increasingly I work with, like, a sketch, and then I build it as I'm going, because I never know in advance. Like, the songs just come through my ears and I know what to play. So
what do you think is some of the things that dancers are getting out of the experience?
That's the greatest mystery. I get everything. I've experienced everything from, people going into ancestral healing codes to, the simplest, most elegant, my heart is open and I feel fully at home. That's a common result, and in a way it's the most important one. Like, it's what's most evolutionary is ironically simple, and it's being fully resident in your human body here on the earth, and not dissociated from that, like, which is not difficult, but terribly difficult. Like, it's the time we live in, it's so profoundly easy to dissociate from the actual place you are and the actual body you live in, and so, I feel often I have people come back into their bodies. I have people have direct experience of who they are in terms of their higher self, which in a way is like, higher self is kind of a funny spiritual principle, but the way I see it is it's like the place where we're meshed in with the Akash, which is the God mind. And so, a common thing that happens, I've had so many people say they experience their higher self for the first time, which is first and foremost their personal, coding for how they're connected to the God mind. And so that's common.
Wow. Well, and you are again in your contact info?
I'm Samantha Sweetwater, otherwise known as Santosha Storm, and I'm the founder and director of Dancing Freedom. And you can find me at dancingfreedom.com, and you can email me at samantha@dancingfreedom.com.
Where is Dancing Freedom?
It's everywhere.
Wow. Thanks a lot.